Hello viewers, welcome back again to my channel. Today's tutorial is on how to draft Iro and Buba for kids. I'll be making use of this ashoke with velvet. The ashoke is a traditional Yoruba fabric that comes in bundles, and a bundle contains like 8 pieces. A piece is as long as 70 or 78 at most, and the weight of each piece is between 6 1/4, 6 and a half, or 7. So for this particular tutorial I need just few pieces, and to get started we have to slit the edges into two. Both edges we have to slit it into two so that we can take out the pieces that we need. The first thing is for us to cut the Iro, and before we can do that we need to know the length of each piece that is inside the bundle. And here I have 60 inches already, and after the 60 inches I have just few fabric left, and after I measured it I have 10 extra inches, so that gives me 70 inches. So the length of each piece that is inside the bundle is 70 inches, while the width is 6 1/4. So just fold into two. Even if it's 70 inches or 78, it's still going to be enough for a year old. So just fold into two and slit it through. Then you take another piece too, take another piece, fold into two and slit. So we have just 4 pieces that we want to sew together. So by the time you sew 4 pieces together, the length will be okay for the kid. These are the 4 pieces I'll be using for the Iro. And to sew these, we are going to sew it the normal way we do sew clothes, right side facing each other. So we're not going to do it the way we normally sew our ipele, or is it gele. The way I'm placing it, we're not going to sew it like that, but we'll rather sew it the normal way we do sew clothes, just like so. Now to the velvet I'll be using for the buba. Fold the fabric into 4. After folding, mark 15 inches for the length of the buba. 15 inches is okay for kids. This particular project is for a year old, so 15 inches is okay. So just mark 15 inches. For the neckline, I used 2 inches for the width, then 2.5 inches for the depth. If you use 2 inches for the depth, there won't be enough space for the kid's head to pass through. The next thing is to mark the width of the buba, and to get that you use the baby's chest measurement plus 3 inches, and for the client I'm working with, the chest measurement is 19 inches divided by 4 plus 3 inches, approximately 8 inches. So that's why I used 8 inches. To cut the buba sleeve, fold the fabric into 2 and measure 7 inches for the length. And for the width, you can use 6.5 or 6 inches. You can decide to use 7 too. You can use 7 by 7 or 7 by 6.5. So I eventually used 6.5. I had to change my mind and use 6.5 because, assuming you're making use of the ashoke for the buba, you know the width of ashoke is always like 6.5 inches. So that is what would have been there, assuming you used ashoke. So that's why I set it for 6.5. So the length 7 inches on fold, then 6.5 inches for the width. Now let's cut the second piece. And here is the sleeve and the buba. We just try and sew it on both sides. So back to the Iro, this is how it's looking. I've sewed the four together, and after stitching together, I top stitch it. Then the next thing is for us to just fold in the edges. And after folding the edges, I need to add 2 strips to serve as rope for tying. Here are my sleeves. I've folded the edges as well as the sides. And before I could do that, I had to use paper to stitch it, velvet. It'd be very funny. The next thing is to notch the edge of the sleeve as well as the buba. So the folded parts, the part where there is no seam, that is where you notch. You notch the two. I've already notched the two. Then to the buba too, you have to notch that edge on both sides. And after that, take one of the sleeve, set the notches together and make sure it aligns with the buba. Then you pin it down. And after pinning, you just sew it round, like the way I'm demonstrating. Then you do same to the other side too. Pin down the notch on both the sleeve and the buba, then you sew. After doing the neckline and the side, that will be all for the buba. Here is the finished look of the Iro and Buba. After fixing the sleeve, I used 1/2 inch to hold the body, and I also did the neckline with bias. I believe you all know how to do that. I added stripe to the Iro too for tying, and I also went ahead to do the headband. Thanks so much for watching.